Hi everyone, so this is Manoj. I'm partner at Vidicop Limited. Today I'm going to show you one of the custom solutions we have made for one of our customer using our QuickBooks connector. So the client used to prepare this report that you see over here in Excel sheet manually and then later exported into PDF, and he used this for his monthly meetings. So he has requested us to use our connector, which we have built in-house, to create a similar replica of this report in Power BI so that he can export it into PDF automatically and use this on his monthly meeting. So we have created the same using Power BI, which he can export it into PDF as well as in PowerPoint presentation, which he can use for his board meetings. So today I'm going to show you how we have done it using our connector. We have divided this entire PDF to be developed in two different things because we thought, the visual part would be more suited for Power BI desktop, and for the table part, we have done it in Report Builder, which is again a Power BI, tool. So coming to slide 12. So this is basically showing last 13 months revenue by customer, and Eugene has already explained how to load the QuickBooks data into the Power BI. So as you can see, I already have data for accounts payable, accounts receivable, I have all my budget data, and then I have my transaction data, I have my sales data, and I have my transaction level data, I have my P&L table. So starting with last 13 months revenue by customer. So this is coming from the budget table and the sales table. So we have written a measure where we have taken the budget value, where the account name is revenue, and it is coming from the budget table, as I said. So in the x-axis I have my months plotted, in my y-axis I have my value, and here in the legends that you see, so we have different customer groups. So this is basically showing you the last 13 months revenue by customer, and the below table is showing you the table form of this visual. Coming to the next slide, this is the last 13 month revenue by meal type. So this is again coming from the budget per meal table, where we are calculating the total value, where the indicator of that particular value should be revenue. So we have used that measure, and it is again segregated by different customer. Coming to breakfast average revenue per meal. So this is coming from budget per meal table and P&L table. So as you can see here, I have written a measure where I have divided the revenue and volume to get the average revenue per meal. And from the budget per meal table, we have one more measure where we have divided the budget revenue per meal and budget volume to get the budget revenue per meal, and we have plotted that in the graph. So this is for breakfast and this is for lunch. And we have last 13 month average revenue by meal type for snacks and supper as well, using the same logic. And we have last 13 month average cost per meal and last 13 month COGS as percentage of the revenue calculated here. So as you can see, this is coming from the P&L table, where we have different measures for COGS. So we have introduced a variable over here, and then this is the calculation where we have taken the sum of value from P&L table, where the group should be COGS labor. So we have taken that formula over here and finally divided it by meals from the COGS table and plotted that against month. And here we are showing that as a percentage of the revenue. Coming to the next slide. Here we are showing overtime and regular hours last 13 months. So this is coming from the hours table. So to calculate the overtime, we have taken the value where the indicator is overtime hours. These all are coming from QuickBooks. And we have plotted that against by month, since we have to show the trend for last 13 months. And in the below visual that you can see, we are showing it as a percentage. Coming to the next slide, here we are showing average DSO and DPO for the last 13 months, where in the x-axis we have plotted the month, and in the y-axis I have my data coming from accounts receivable and budget DSO DPO table. So the DSO that we have calculated is by dividing the average accounts receivable for last 13 months, multiplication by average last 3 month days, by revenue for the last 3 months by 3. So as you can see the formula. So these all are custom formulas that we have made based on the client needs. And coming to the other thing, let's say slide 19. This is meals per direct labor hour. So this is coming from the number of meals table, where we have calculated meals per hour by dividing the volume in hours. Coming to the next slide, here we have last 13 month volume by customer. So this is getting calculated by the value that we are directly taking from QuickBooks. We are not writing any custom logic for that. And in the x-axis I have my month, in my y-axis I have my volume. And this is basically a table representation of this visual. And this is trailing 12 months revenue by customer. So here I have my x-axis where I have my months. In my y-axis I have my revenue. And by the group, it is divided by the customer. So as you can see the trend. And on the last slide of this Power BI, so we have the service days, which is again coming from the service days table. Here I have all the values, which is coming directly from the QuickBooks. And in my x-axis I have my month, and in my y-axis I have my values. So as you can see, this is the the blue line shows you the actual days, and the orange line shows you the budgeted service days. As I had mentioned earlier in this video, so we have taken care of the table format visuals over here in Report Builder. So we have loaded the data using our connector inside Report Builder, and we have created all this table inside Report Builder. So let me show you that as well. So this is how we have made it by introducing different variables. And finally, after creating that, we have published that into the service, as you can see. So this is for the visual part. And I can export this in PDF from here. And this is for the reports part in the table format that we have. And let it load. So I can export it into the PDF as well as PowerPoint presentation from here. And I have already downloaded the file. So this is how the final outcome looks like. So this was the PDF that client was creating manually and asked us to replicate this in Power BI so that he can, export it into PDF and use this for his monthly reporting. So as you can see, so this is basically the first table format where I have the monthly financial summary, I have my monthly financial detail, I have my year-to-date financial summary, I have my year-to-date financial detail, I have my balance sheet, I have my cash flow statement, I have my monthly financial detail, I have my monthly balance sheet, I have my monthly cash flows, then I have my monthly revenue by customer versus budget, and finally the visuals that we have done. So last 13 month revenue by customer, by meal type, and so on, that we have made in Power BI. So these all are automated. So this was the PDF, as you can see, along with our standard solution. So this is one of the custom needs using our QuickBooks connector that I wanted to show you guys. Thank you all for watching this video. And if you are interested, do reach us out at Videocorp Limited. We'll be happy to help you out.